Speaking of playing casually, obviously in your off time, I assume you still play a fair amount of Overwatch, yes? So, can you talk to me a little bit about Fissure, bringing him into the team, incorporating him, building that synergy with him? You guys are looking so strong. Clearly, you've been successful. What's that process been like for you?
Mostly it's just integrating it and getting everyone's input in with each other. Fissure likes thinking about the game a lot and telling us his thoughts on what we should be doing and what kind of comps we're doing. And then our coaches do a lot of analyzing what the other teams are doing and making suggestions. But sometimes in the end, the players just decide what they want to play, especially if something we're not used to happening or something we don't predict. We're kind of just all right, let's kind of just do this. So Fissure brings a lot of strategy and a lot of because the main tank role, since especially Winston, you need a lot of decisions to happen, and your DPS play a lot off of what your Winston does, and Fissure makes a lot of decisions, and you need that in Overwatch because the longer you wait, it gives more opportunity for the enemy to do something to you.
Putting Fissure aside, I mean, he's a wonderful player and he's definitely added a lot to the team, but one person can't carry a team, and you guys collectively are looking much, much stronger than you were in stage one. So tell me a little bit about what you've done personally to improve yourself and develop yourself in the league. And if you can't go into a little bit about who else on your team has really stepped up.
Me personally, it's trying to throw aside my ego and just always listen to my teammates, always listen to my coaches, take criticism and try and incorporate anything that's said to me. So I've been really just grinding, and that's one of the reasons I changed my sensitivities a lot. I play a bunch of different heroes, and I'm kind of like that guy where it's Hydration can't play this, but we need this on this map, so we gotta put a Surefour in. So sometimes my choice to aim will feel good, but then I have to switch to Genji, and then I'm oh shit, I need a little bit higher, but I want to keep it consistent, so it's it gets thrown around. So I've been really trying to find out what my perfect sense is, and I think I've gotten pretty close to it. And yeah, it's mostly just me accepting everything, really getting into that team-oriented mindset, and just believing in myself and everyone else on my team. And I think the other person who's really stepped up is Asher. Asher, I think, has gained a lot of confidence ever since Fissure has joined, and we've been able to beat the LA Valiant and the London Spitfires, and his Tracer has been really, really good these past 2 weeks, so I think he's gotten a lot better.
Excellent. So we talked a little bit about DPS and tank. So I want to take things over to the support side. We did have a meta shift, obviously, and Mercy's not in every game now. And these are the characters, keeping you alive. So tell me, how do you feel about playing in this meta? How do you feel about your teammates playing on a bit more of a diverse support roster? And how that's changed how you approach playing the game?
Big Goose has probably gotten a lot more confident, or I wouldn't say confident, just enjoying more, because he gets to go in his Lucio again, which he's gotten a lot of playtime on. But it's more the support lineup is more diverse now than it was, because Mercy was just so strong last time. But Mercy is actually still strong this meta, even though her res isn't as powerful. But you see a lot of Mercy when you're running a hit scan comp with Widow, because Mercy is so good at just keeping both of her support and her hit scan alive. Then if you're running something like Divey or not as planted hit scan, you run a Lucio so you can move around quicker.
We have a new hero coming out pretty soon. Oh my god, I keep messing up. Thank you, Brigitte. How are you feeling about her as a character? Where do you think she's going to fit into the meta? And when we do finally see her in competitive, do you think she's going to be more of a niche character, or more of a every map, every comp kind of character?
She's interesting because she's a pseudo tank, pseudo support hero, where most of her healing is from hitting people. So with that, I think she's going to be more of a niche pick, maybe even triple support comps, but it'll probably be Lucio Brigitte with a lot of tanks. But I don't think she'll be run all the time, because she doesn't have that much damage. She's mostly kind of there to survive and keep everyone alive, but I think her ultimate will probably be one of the strongest in the game.
Casually, do you think you're going to be picking her up and trying it out?
I mean, me as a player, I like being versatile, so I feel if I had to play her, I could play her whenever. but since it's a support hero, I probably won't play her too much.
Speaking of playing casually, obviously in your off time, I assume you still play a fair amount of Overwatch, yes? How is it transitioning from the live patch back to the competitive patch between your casual play and your practice and scrims and league play, obviously?
Right now, live isn't too different from LAN right now. I mean, the Sombra changes are on live, but like I think people have like an overreaction to how Sombra is, because like maybe like when she first came out with the changes, everyone was playing her, but like if you go to ranked now, like you don't see as many Sombras, and even when they are, it's not like, oh my god, this Sombra is like solo carrying, we have to run a Sombra of our own. But like you can just watch anyone stream and there's like not that many Sombras, so everything else but Sombra is pretty much the same, so it doesn't affect us that much.
One other thing we've been talking to a lot of people about are the contenders games coming up. Obviously, a lot of the league teams are fielding their own like academy level teams or what have you, and people are curious about what that relationship is going to look like between the Overwatch League teams and their academy teams. Can you talk to me a little bit about Gladiators' relationship with their contenders team? Do you guys interact at all, scrim at all? What is that relationship really like? Are you two separate entities or a unified front?
Right now, we're kind of separate in a way because we're not in like the same houses or anything, and we don't like live with each other. But I think both of us on each side will try and watch each other's matches to like cheer each other on, because like Gladiators pride and stuff, shields up, and then we do scrim them, and it's good to have an academy team because like if you really want to like test how certain things go against certain things, you can kind of just go like, hey, academy team, run this, so then we can see how it like plays out more like structured. Because if you scrim other people, they have their own agendas and their own little things they want to try out, so like you might want to try out one thing and then have to play around what they're running next. So with that academy team, you can really like iron out comps. So we scrim each other.
With contenders teams being already within the organization, they can obviously very easily feed into Overwatch League rosters as things change and shift. Is that kind of on your radar at all as far as like looking to identify what synergy could possibly exist between you and a contenders player, or helping them to develop into somebody who would be able to play in the league at some point? Or is that kind of like totally on the back burner for now, like focusing on contenders?
Since there's like 2 matches every week for the Overwatch League, and the Overwatch League is a hella hard grind, and we scrim for most of the day, it's really hard to like do that kind of devotion to the academy team. So right now we mostly focus on what we need to do, and if a new player comes to our team, then we try and incorporate them as much as I can. But since like the schedule for the Overwatch League is so hard, we can't really do that.
Fair enough. Last question. You guys have probably the best war chant of any Overwatch League team with Shields Up, so I'm curious, what does Shields Up mean to you?
Shields Up means a sense of like unity, being together, and just being gladiators, we fight together, we die together.
Excellent. Surefour, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Check out our website at AkshonEsports.com to stay up to date on the latest matches, highlights, and more. From scores, match history, and specific game info, we've got you covered for all things Overwatch Esports. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out our channel for more action-packed content. Also, like and share this video, and click the subscribe button to join our notification squad. Thanks for watching.